It's day one of no school. So I learned how to make whipped coffee. I took 2 tablespoons of instant coffee, 2 tablespoons of sugar, and 2 tablespoons of hot water, and I whipped it for like 20 minutes.
Welcome to my quarantine vlog. I basically compiled some moments that show the decline of my mental state throughout this crazy time in our lives. So no, I didn't learn how to make whipped coffee. I learned how to deal with this, and I am continuing to learn how to deal with this, which is, I don't know, is that better than whipped coffee? I guess I'll just have to see. Hello! So this is day one of me filming my basically quarantined life. I just honestly want to give you guys like a real play-by-play of what was going through my head during each of these snippets and why I looked the way I did. So for this clip, hopefully that's not grease, but that's just the fact that I washed my face and like put products on it. I haven't been washing my face and my skin is clearer than ever. I only just like, when I'm in the shower, I'm just like, I just let it fall onto my face. Other than that, like, you know, I have the occasion, oh, just kidding. Not of any issue right now, though. So far, I think I've been at home for 5 days, for most of the time. Today, I went to get toilet paper for my mother because you can only get 1 package of toilet paper at a time at Publix right now, so that's cool. I keep on getting really concerned that I have the old COVID-19. I have kind of been internalizing this issue. I have, for a few days back, I thought that I made up the pandemic in my head and that this was all just a dream and I'd wake up and everything would be fine. Or I thought I was going crazy. I also thought maybe I'm having a psychotic break. So those are 2 thoughts that went through my head about this whole sitch. My dad still goes to work. My mom, she's been going out doing various things instead of staying home, which I expect from her since she doesn't really like to be a homebody and there hasn't been an actual there isn't an actual like martial law saying like we cannot go out, like you will be arrested if you are out after like 8 o'clock. I know that happened in Boca, but where I live, that is not the case. I have online school. It's not the best way of learning, in my opinion. I make my bed every morning, though. That's a nice thing to keep me regimented and in a schedule to a certain degree. I stopped doing that like a long time ago. You can look at my bed now. I make my bed, brush my teeth, I wash my face. That's not true. Simply not true. Also, being around food in the house constantly, that is keeping me like, Jesus Christ. Like, I want to eat everything. Silly pre-edit Laura. You will soon find out that food will not fill that void. I'm testing this out to see if this looks good. My parents haven't noticed that I have a tattoo yet. They will, and they did. And that will contribute to their worsening view of you as a person. But they still love you unconditionally. They just don't like you as a person. This is a good testimonial space for my family to sit here and give their testimonies. Is that a dry cough or a wet cough? If it's a wet cough, I'm safe. If it's dry, I'm not.
Yeah.
So how have you been dealing with the pandemic?
In what way?
Like, what have you been doing to take precautions?
I wash my hands for what it's worth. Don't hang out in crowds. But then again, I was like that to begin with, so hasn't affected me much. What?
It's just laughable to see my dad this naive. Laughable. On second thought, I don't think it's naivety. I think it's denial. So I kind of like this Larry a little bit more because now the Larry that I know is not a happy camper.
How about economically?
Okay, economically, how are things going?
I don't know. My daughter doesn't want to go out to work. My wife doesn't want to go out to work. No one wants to go out to work. But finally, it doesn't matter because there are no jobs. They're laying people off. Mentally, I try not to watch the news too much. I notice in my office, people are really tense. They are.
Do you want to tell us about something that happened in your office?
Yeah, just different people are dealing with it differently. You know, some people are on edge. They raise their voices more. Other people text me at night with long texts. What if this? What if that? What if this? So I just tell them, we plan as best we can and we do what we can. I mean, no one's. It's not polio, and no one's going to be in braces. Walking around crippled the rest of their lives. They'll either be alive or dead. No, it's one way. I mean, listen, I'm a geezer, right? I'm 64. I'm the one that has to worry. You, the questioner, doesn't have to worry that much. Or do you?
Yeah, I do. So I guess you've been dealing with the coronavirus with comedy.
Comedy, yes. Like everything in my life, I deal with comedy. I deflect it. Right. I don't. Right. I must say, when I'm in an inebriated state and I watch the news, I find it very dystopian, like a novel. I feel like I'm living in the future. 2020, the pandemic.
Right.
Yes. So
when you're in that inebriated state, would you say that you take things a little bit more seriously?
It depends what the source of the inebriation is. If one were to drink vast amounts of alcohol, one wouldn't care much about anything.
Right.
Right. But I'll leave the rest of it up to the imagination of the viewer.
So now comes this fun, cute part where I think I'm a beauty guru and I put coconut oil in my hair and I talk positively about taking care of yourself. That's very far from the girl I am right now. Not only physically speaking, as you can see, I no longer have that long, luscious hair, but I dyed it red. I also, no, taking care of yourself, low on the priority list. We're suppressing everything. Continue, Laura. Focus on my face, focus on my face. Good, there we go. Alright, so since I have nothing better to do, I'm going to brush my hair through and I'm going to add some coconut oil to it. To something I usually do, trying to get some normalcy back in my day, and even though I'm not seeing anyone, it's always good to keep your hair hydrated. Moisturizing, my lips have been so dry. Ew, I hate her. Hello, it is COVID-19 quarantine day 6? Question mark, not really sure at this point. It's Saturday, and I left all of my stuff at my friend's house when I slept over at her house. I left my makeup there, I left a lot of clothes there, I left face stuff there. Doing a lot better without that face stuff. And I just want it because I don't have any makeup except for like this lipstick and an eyeliner. So I would really like to have my makeup because makeup distracts me from things. It makes me feel good about myself. And I need that in times like these when I'm quarantined in my house. Self-quarantined because my parents couldn't give less of a you-know-what. I'm gonna go drive over there. Her parents aren't letting me into her house. So I will have to meet her outside. Hopefully spend some time with her because she's my best friend and I miss her and I love her so much. You're seeing a smile. You're seeing a faint smile. You're seeing a little smize in the eye. Eye smile. That's because that part's true. Caroline has been helping me so much throughout quarantine. We even got to spend a social distanced walk together throughout her neighborhood recently. And she just honestly is the best person in my life. So she goes off to college, so not now, obviously, because all the schools are shut down, but in fall. So I just want to be with her so badly. I made myself look cute for once. This is the first time I actually dressed in a long time. I'm currently wearing this shirt I thrifted. These jeans that my mom gave me, they're Tommy. Woo! And I'm wearing these big boots, big old boots. Would you like to come join the vlog? Come join the vlog.
Vlog?
The vlog.
Come on, Fluff, join the vlog.
Vlog. Video blog. Vlog.
Well, where's it being posted?
For the IB. Would you like to come join the IB?
IB you mean the IB from the...
Yes.
IB has a blog?
No.
Oh.
This is just, I'm documenting my day today.
Oh.
Hi, Fluffy. Come join. The IB wants to see you.
Iodized salt. Necessary for those that suffer from thyroid problems.
The laundry in the background.
That's right. Oh, this is me suffering, of course, during the pandemic. I've been cutting it back on my portions, as you can see. Normally it'd be stacked up this high, but I'm trying to make it, to last the potential 18 months that I might be locked in my home with my beloved family and my dog.
I have a heck of a lot more footage, but way too much to condense into any type of quality film. So I thought this would be sufficient. Not saying this is quality, but I just can't wait for this to be over. I've had a really bad day today, and I was like, you know what would be cool if I looked back on the times when I didn't realize how bad it actually was. So, honestly, yeah, this kind of made me feel better. Looking back on my outlook before is it's reminiscent, even though it was literally just like a month and a few weeks ago that I filmed some of these things. Like, absolutely crazy. But for my film teacher who will be watching this, hello, Mr. D. Hope you are doing well. I'm sorry for everything. And to my YouTube community, to the people that will not be watching this on YouTube, this is temporary, even if it doesn't feel like it right now. And that's something I have to remind myself when I can't stand up in the shower because I'm that depressed. It is temporary, and for my seniors, we will go to college eventually. And that's no reason to get extremely, extremely down. But I'm giving everybody some leeway here. If I can be a little bit off my rocker, so can you. It's okay. You don't have to learn a new language. You don't have to be super productive when you're doing this isn't some cultural reset where people are going to be creating amazing art like everybody says it is. You don't have to teach your kids Spanish. Don't feel that stress. Just try to exist and live, because that's all that we can do right now. That's really all that we can do. And if you're helping out service workers, that's super cool. Donating to organizations, super cool. Everything helps, and do what makes you happy. And if you can't be happy, then just live. Happy quarantine, everybody.